thanks again to all of our attendees for joining us today. I'm Mike Schlesinger, Head of Retailing Sales for ATPCO, and we're going to spend a few minutes discussing how one of our great partners, American Airlines, has leveraged Routehappy Content to complement their retailing and merchandising strategy. So joining me this morning is Cleary Puchley, Online Distribution Strategy Manager for American Airlines. And I'm excited for her to share with us American's experience using ATPCO's retailing platform. Cleary, thank you for joining me this morning.
Thanks so much for having me, Mike.
Okay, so American has been a longtime user of ATPCO's retailing platform, specifically with Routehappy Content to help either communicate specific messaging or get relevant media in front of flight shoppers. Cleary, can you just walk us through how your use of the platform has evolved from some of your initial use cases up to now to support the new normal, as well as the continued rollout of your products?
Yeah, absolutely. So Mike, as you mentioned, American and ATPCO have had a great partnership for many years. And back in 2019, we as an airline saw an opportunity to enhance and truly broaden our rich content strategy on all of American's channels. And I'll share more about what exactly that looked like, but I want to give an analogy of the value rich content provides and what Routehappy does specifically in the airline space. So Mike, let's just say you want to buy a shirt and you're shopping on Amazon. You're scrolling through and you see all of these great images and descriptions of what the shirt looks like and what it's going to feel like. And then you come across a product with none of that. You're probably not going to purchase the shirt with little to no information because we like to make informed decisions as consumers. So we at American view our rich content retailing strategy that same way and want to make sure that we have relevant and informative content out in the market. So in short, agnostic of whichever channel our customers choose to book on, whether it be direct on AA.com or on an indirect channel through an online travel agency, we want to provide the customer consistent and clear messaging about all of the features of our products and services. So one way we did that in 2019 was publishing seat rich content, which you can see here. You spend a majority of your travel experience most likely in your seat. So what a fantastic way to show the product differentiators through images and descriptions, within the booking flow. We also updated our check-in, lounge, boarding, and other content and had a lot of exciting things going on in the pipeline. And then March of 2020 hit and our strategy obviously had to change. So I'm really proud of Routehappy and the American team because we were one of the first airlines to publish COVID reassurance content at the very beginning of the pandemic. And we knew early on that travelers needed the most up-to-date information. So we worked closely, with your team to update and refresh content as quickly and timely as possible. If customers felt comfortable traveling, we wanted them to know all of the measures we were taking to make them feel safe, including cleaning procedures with our clean commitment. And we just wanted to make sure they were aware of testing requirements, or other destination-specific information. And with Routehappy's targeting rules, we were and still are able to publish a lot of route-specific information that's relevant to our customers in the booking flow.
Yeah. I think we all know and agree that as international, and David touched on some of this earlier, as international starts to open up, one area where there's still a fair bit of confusion for shoppers is around testing entry requirements to visit a destination. So the example that you guys have here makes it clear with either text or visuals, or in this case both, what a passenger needs to do or know prior to traveling. So like you said, we're able to get very granular with the customization of content. For example, showing a specific testing partner like Let's Get Checked that might be available for the traveler based on either the origin or the destination, or really a variety of factors. Clearly, outside of the day-to-day work of getting this rich content out to the market, are there any bigger picture benefits or patterns you've seen in working with the merchandising team at ATPCO?
Yes, absolutely. So working with Routehappy on implementing our retailing strategy has really helped foster internal cross-functional collaboration. So as I mentioned, we're focused on providing customers a seamless booking experience regardless of the channel they choose to use. So Routehappy has really helped us as American look to our marketing assets and work closely with teams across the organization to execute quickly and efficiently, specifically during the chaos of COVID.
Nice. So American's been, I guess, very busy the past few months. You guys have combined digital and distribution under a single function. You've made a number of announcements around new fare brands related to NDC, corporate experience, and Main Plus. Can you tell us a bit more, and you talked about this earlier, this omni-channel concept, but a bit more about how you've leveraged Routehappy to kind of complement the overall distribution strategy across indirect, across .com, NDC?
Yeah, it definitely complements quite well. So our sales strategy at American is to be the easiest airline to do business with. And once again, we want to provide our customers with the information needed to make informed purchasing decisions. So what good is it to our customers to have a great product if we don't highlight all of the features in the booking channels that our customers use? So as you mentioned, you can see that we recently launched and published content related to Main Plus, which is a product that includes a main cabin extra seat, an extra check bag, and preferred Group 5 boarding. So this product is offered through our NDC-enabled channels and our ticket sales centers. And how cool is it that we can create rich content to highlight and complement this offer, since many of our NDC-enabled channels, are plugged into Routehappy.
Yeah, that's great. So I'm just looking at the timer. I think we probably have time for one more. And this is just, generally speaking, as we're in this environment where, we know things can and will change quite rapidly, how are you and how is American thinking about, meeting those customer needs as the environment shifts and can change rapidly as things change?
Definitely. I think we as an industry want to bring simplicity to a world that can be complex and sometimes confusing. So example even would be, code-share flights operated by one airline and marketed by another. So creating content that's relevant just makes travel easier. We've had a lot of productive tri-party conversations between us, ATPCO, and sales channels, just really showing the value of what rich content provides to the end customer. And the more sales channels that adopt, the more airline content they have available, just to make the shopping experience, both easy and informative.
Excellent. Great. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope the audience found it insightful. I think one important takeaway for any airlines listening here is that there are ways to get started small without a ton of effort required. So some of the benefits that Cleary mentioned are available to all ATPCO participants as part of our community access model. You can learn more by clicking the resources area here, or even just easier, send a message into the Q&A that you'd like to learn more, and we'd be happy to get in touch with additional info. And for any channels or systems that are listening, if you'd like to learn more about how to get access to American's retailing content or content for the hundreds of other airlines on our platform, please also do get in touch via the Q&A or the Contact Us page on our website.